Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to yet another session with SwiftXR. Happy to be here. I'll be your host for today. My name is Oluwatosin and I lead community here at SwiftXR. So please let us know in the comments where you're joining us from. We're happy to have each and every one of you here with us today. Awesome. So without further ado, let's get into today's session because we're in it. We're in for a very, very interesting one today because we've got a really interesting guest on today's workshop session. But yeah, let's quickly run through our agenda. So first things first, we go over what exactly SwiftXR is, especially for those of us that are new to the platform, or if this is your first time hearing about SwiftXR, do not worry. We would cover that today and you get to know more about what the platform offers. Then we'll talk about some of our use cases for SwiftXR. And after that, we'll get our guests on for the live demo session. Today's workshop session, as it's titled, is focused on creating educational contents with augmented reality and virtual reality, which is something that is available to you on SwiftXR. So, what exactly is SwiftXR, guys? It's a no-code web platform that allows you create interactive AR and VR experiences easily, right? So this is available to you, or whether you're on desktop or you're on mobile, you can create AR or VR experiences specifically for the web itself. Right. So who is SwiftXR for? SwiftXR is for our non-technical users. If you do not like to write code, you can use SwiftXR as it makes things easy for you. If your business looking to create more engaging content for your clients, say you sell physical products and you want to show digital versions of these physical products, SwiftXR is something that can help you achieve that. And its ease of use also allows people who even create AR VR experiences professionally, create simple AR VR experiences without having to do so much. Right. So, moving on from this, I don't want to take too much of our time today. Right. Let's get into some places where you can find SwiftXR on the web and how it can be very, very useful for you. So, say you're creating your websites on Bubble, Shopify, Wix, WordPress, and so much more. You can embed AR, VR content on your websites using some of our plugins available for these platforms. For more information on this, feel free to check out our YouTube. We do have videos talking about how to integrate SwiftXR or AR or VR content on your website on these various platforms. Right. So, say you're a designer as well and you want to generate snapshots of your 3D models or products generally, right? You can use our Canva or Figma plugin to achieve this, right? And say you're a 3D artist and you want to showcase your work easily on the web, you can use our Blender plugin to export your projects directly from Blender down to a website that you can then share with people. Right. So moving on, more platforms for you to create to add in your 3D AR or VR content. Platforms like Ucraft, platforms like Bubble, Hotspots, Concrete CMS, Squarespace, and Format rather. You can embed 3D AR or VR contents that using SwiftXR as well. So yeah, a few places where you can make use of SwiftXR. And if you're just a web developer, you're not using any of these platforms, you can still use your normal web development tools and embed SwiftXR as an iframe as well. So we do have various embed options available on the platform. Once again, for more information on this, do check out our YouTube channel. We have quite a couple of videos that would allow you understand how that works. So moving on, there's still so much more that you can do with SwiftXR at the moment. You can view analytics on your projects just to keep track of what's going on with each of the projects you have embedded on your website. And if you are using a VR headset, you can easily open up your AR or VR experiences, your VR experiences rather, on Swift XR using your MetaQuest headset easily. So that's very, very interesting, I must say. So we do have quite a couple of features, and we wouldn't be able to go into everything in detail right now. Well, there's so much features available on the platform, especially for AR and VR. So for AR, you have plane detection. You have various things. So you have face tracking, you have image tracking as well, and so much more, right? But for today's session, we're going to be focusing on the educational use case. But before then, there are still so many more use cases. So, say real estate, for example, you can showcase properties that you want to, build, or properties that are already in existence using our platform. Uh, that you can do as well. You can do artwork showcases. So, say you have your digital artwork, you can, put it in SwiftXR and share it with people, and they can view it in their own environment, which is very, very useful for artists. And same thing with the e-commerce use case that allows you to showcase your physical products, showcase the digital versions of your physical products, and people can view them in AR mostly. And depending on the type of product that you have, can also be viewed in VR. So, without further ado, we would get into the live demo session very soon, because that's what we're really excited about. But before we get into the live demo session, I want to do a quick introduction to our guest for today. Ifeanyi is the lead developer at Leap Reality Studios. It's very good to have you here. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much, Tosin. It's really good. Feels good to be here. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome,
All good.
awesome. Yeah, so I would give you the floor now to go ahead and showcase what you have for us. And if you could do a quick introduction to yourself as well, and what you do, the work you do at Leap Reality, that would be really nice. So the floor is yours. And if you want to share your screen, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity once again. It's been. I mean, I learned about SwiftXR 2 years ago, and I used SwiftXR. I would say part of the early adopters of SwiftXR. I used SwiftXR and I'm like, wow, this could actually revolutionize what we do in the AR VR industries. However, just a brief introduction. My name is Ifeanyi. The lead developer at Leap Reality Studios. Leap Reality Studios is a company. We focus on um, game development, VR, virtual reality, augmented reality, the XR space. What we do, we create XR learning tools, interactive experiences, and gaming solutions actually. So we create mobile games, 3D games, 2D games. Our, one of our key focuses as well is in mixed reality with augmented reality, virtual reality. Just a quick introduction, because what we'll be doing today is we'll be focusing on augmented reality. Augmented reality is a blend of what you see with a digitalized version of another component which is close to you, which you can interact with. It's not there at the moment, but it is there. So this technology has been put in place for us to, it helps marketing solutions. We've worked with a couple of organizations and our testimonials are quite good. But for today's session, we're focusing on augmented reality, and probably in the future we'll come back to do something else on virtual reality. So without further ado,
Awesome.
yeah, this is
Beautiful.
our website. It's still in it's still being built, but we had to just make this copy for this session today. So what we do, and one of our products that made, that we've been getting the rave about is this Edosphere AR. And then it's still in the prototyping phase. However, with SwiftXR, as you can see, it's just changed the game for us. because we've tested this, we've shared this with schools and K-12 learners, and the feedback we've received and the love we receive is just massive, because we are able to teach. One huge feedback we got is getting students to take study home and then being able to interact with whatever it is they've learned at the end of the day, because study should not just end in school. And I think that has been the bane of education for the past years. But for now, with SwiftXR, we're able to take education home. Students are able to learn, and learning does not stop, which is one key element that we are interested in. So what EduSphere AR is about is, changing what education feels like, right? Not just the textbook and classroom education where everything stops at home. However, we're able to take all of this um, ends in school. Sorry, we're able to take it home, and then students are able to reflect more on it, collaborate. That is the future of the Reality Studio. So we do edtech solutions, immersive experience technology, 3D, XR, VR experiences, AR, and also game developments. So without further ado, we don't like to take much of our time.
Awesome.
Let's delve into XR. However,
I'll
this
I'll leave you
is
to it.
on this is on our site built on SwiftXR, and it's really changed the game. This is all of this can be viewed in your apartment, in your open space, on your mobile phone, and that is where we are taking education to. So I'll head on to Swift. This. I've opened up my SwiftXR hub. Hi, Tosin. Can you tell me if you can see this SwiftXR hub?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. So this is SwiftXR homepage, and it's highly user friendly. So this is the home page. You have projects, you have templates, you have analytics, like you mentioned, you have the asset store. And now this is my asset store anyway. So yeah, this I'll just projects that you can create. You find all of your project listed on here. These are the templates already made by SwiftXR. But for our project, we'll be creating a brand new project, and this will be called Education Demo. All right. So we're creating the project. So one thing you're going to do is, okay, just have to take this off a bit. All right, now this is a blank template. So what we need to do is go on to the components. We are looking at 3D, and what we need is actually augmented reality. So now for SwiftXR, you have the 3D model store. You could request a 3D model. All of this you can play around with SwiftXR, and then all of this will begin to make a lot of sense. However, for augmented reality, this is the SwiftXR cube. You can view it in your space. You can just click on it, and then this is what it will look like, just briefly. Loading the 3D model. If you click this, you can view it in your space, and then you would find this lovely cube. Just play around with it, move it around, expand, retract. All of that makes perfect sense, all enabled by SwiftXR. You can zoom in, zoom out. A lot of the controls you can use, just play around with SwiftXR, and then you get this. Then, for the purpose of our demo, we'll be labeling a heart, the human heart. We'll be getting a 3D model of the human heart, label it out, and then be able to view it in real time, right? So let's get into it. We'll head to Sketchfab. Now, Sketchfab is on SwiftXR, so I'm using Sketchfab as well because you can get 3D assets directly from SwiftXR. However, if you would like to just play around, this is Sketchfab for you. So I could just search for 3D models, which makes life easy for us. So I'm typing the human heart. And here we go. We have different models. All of these are paid versions of the human heart. However, we need something that we can work with. So I'll be taking a free version of the human heart. Then we'll just be able to view it as well. Okay, let's see this. all of these are made by 3D modelists. Okay, let's just go back and select another one. Now on Sketchfab, the good thing about Sketchfab, which SwiftXR has an integration with, you could go in, you could see a lot of 3D models for several things you like to use. Some are paid assets, some are not paid assets. So we'll be going around with a free asset for now. All right. So which do we pick? I mean, we're spoiled for choices at the moment. So okay, let's see this. All right, close enough. Okay, so I'll be downloading this 3D model. It's pretty easy, just okay, so I need to log in to do this. Give me a second. All right, so we are back in, and then now we can download it. So you can choose whatever format you would like to download it in. However, I'll be using there's several formats, as you can see: FBX, GLB, GLTF. So let's just go with this. All right, and Human Heart is downloaded. So I'm going back to the SwiftXR editor. This is what you can see. This is the properties. So we'll just, upload file and downloads. Okay, I'll just do this instead. Drag it, and I have dropped it. So, oof, wow, realistic human hearts, as you can see. So this is the human heart, and for education purposes, in schools, you would like to teach students what the function of the human heart is. The several parts of the human heart. So that is what we'll be doing in this demo video. However, so now we're going to treat this like we don't know anything about the heart. And then this is your human heart. So what do you need to identify this? We just go on Google, simply parts of the human heart. Voila. And there you are. So what we have is, give or take, the outside part of the heart. So we'll just take that. We'll be using this, the definitions on here, the outside of the heart, because what we have, our 3D model, is the outer part and not the inner part of the heart. So this basically is your human heart. Love to see it. So with SwiftXR, you could just drag from wherever and then just play around with it, move it around. So this is what we have at the moment. And then we are viewing this in AR. So we have uploaded our 3D model. Then one very, very, very important part of SwiftXR, which has helped me a lot, and I would say this is going to help a lot of people as well, is this hotspot labels. Now, for hotspots, you just add a new hotspot label. So you can determine what you want by default. You can decide to make it on click, on hover. Then when you click on it, you'll be able to see the definitions of whatever labels you put on there. But we'll be leaving it on default, and then we'll be having text instead of numbering. So we'll have the label title, and then we'll have the label. So it depends, what do we need to do? What are we labeling at the moment? Now, this is the part of the human heart. I mean, I did some biology in school, so I know a bit of the parts of the human heart. Now, what do we have? We have the aorta. This, for example, this huge part out here, the aorta, is this, as you can see. This is it. Yes, that is it. So this is the aorta at the moment, and aorta, however it's been called. So please forgive my forgive my definition. However, so I'm going to so for my label, I'm going to call it what? Simple. Now, what's the function of the aorta? Really? So let's check what it is again. I mean, I'm helping you walk through this so you're able to do it on your own and in real time as well. So the functions of the now the aorta is the main artery that carries blood away from your heart to the rest of the body. So just copy this up, come back into your SwiftXR editor, and then your label, have it on there. So the aorta, I will say this. So the aorta is the main artery that carries blood away from the rest of your body. Now, where is it? Oh, right, it's here. However, if you would like to change the position of this label, you can click on set position. If you think it's somewhere here, just click on it and then it comes here. But saying that we know where exactly the aorta is, and then we'll just take that back. I'll just undo what I have just done. As you can see, you have the undo, redo buttons here. So undo, and then we are back to where it was. And that's simple. Okay, so let's just see what it looks like. Let's see what our project looks like. And then this is exactly what it will look like in your space. Now, if your mouse is not close to it, you would not be able to, for example, I turn this around, the definition is off. So if you view your 3D model, however you view it in your living space, only when you need to click on this, and you will do that very soon in a couple of minutes once this is published. So this is the aorta that carries the main artery that carries blood away from your heart. So only when you need to click on this will this definition comes up, and this is very important because you need to keep your students curious as to what you're trying to explain to them. So for example, I just label it. We're going to get to the vein, the artery, and then ask yourself, what is that? So when you click on it, the definition pops up, and that is the beautiful thing about hotspots on SwiftXR. So we'll just, this is the PC viewing, and this is what you will see on your mobile, which you will very soon. So I close that, and then we are back on SwiftXR. Now let's add another label. All right, so what are the parts of the human arts that we would like to? Let's see. The pulmonary artery. Okay, interesting. So for our next label, yeah, I know. The label title is what? The pulmonary artery. And then what's the function of the pulmonary artery? Let's ask our friend Google as well. The pulmonary artery carries oxygen, pour blood from your heart to your lungs. Okay, so let's take as much as we can this time. Now, the reason why we are doing this is because for education, you want to give as much definition as you can to those who you are trying to communicate with. Okay. All right, so that's it. And then here what is the location of our pulmonary artery? Let's get back and then find it out. Where is it? As you can see, it's just that one that is below the aorta. So okay, just now I'm done with the label. I just need to set its position. We'll just leave it here for now. And I think our aorta has moved, so we need to go back and set its position right. The aorta is just at the top. So set your position of your aorta and then it is here. So all right, so yeah, I have to change that position. Okay, so we are not designing this. We'll leave them the way they are. However, we are back to our hotspot labels, and then hotspot 1 is the aorta. Hotspot 2, as we have here, is the pulmonary artery. So as you can see, you have the title and you have a little definition as well. So this is very, very, very important. So your pulmonary artery, this is its position. Awesome. So we're good with that. Then what else would we like to put? We put the artery. So we have the outer pulmonary arteries. What else would we like to put? Great cardiac veins. Can we find them here? Most definitely, yes, we can. So these are your great cardiac veins, as you can see. If you don't know, cardiac is just the biological name for anything referring to the heart. So cardiac arrest, we know what to call it. We call it heart attack as well. So everything that has to do with that, it's here. So we are going to create another hotspot, adding a hotspot label. So we call it the great cardiac veins. So just edit your title. Now, what do they do? Let's head on to Google and get that definition quickly. So the cardiac veins return deoxygenated blood from the myocardium to the right atrium. Just copy that as well. Head back to the editor. And we put it right there. So at this rate, we are doing all we can at the moment. Now let's set the position of that, and then I'm going to leave it right on here, which is the cardiac vein. So you see, I have to zoom in to be able to get the right position. So this is it. Now this is the position. So parts of the human heart. So let's just go with these three for now. You can play around it on SwiftXR when you're on here. And as you can see, it's very, very, very easy. One thing SwiftXR does is it makes your work very, very easy. So I have on here the outer, the pulmonary artery, and the great cardiac veins. And let's see what it looks like. So now I am loading my 3D model and then turning it around with my hand. It's the mouse at the moment, which you'll be able to do with your hands in real time. And then this is where you have your desktop view. This is your mobile view. It gives you a good idea of what it will look like in real time when you move. So this way you're able to preview it before you're able to upload your projects anywhere. And for this, what we do is we just publish. Just hit publish. You'll get a link. Now you'll be asked your project to be available on this. So this is the SwiftXR link where your project will be saved on the SwiftXR cloud. Now this is my SwiftXR, if I swiftxr.site. So for the first time, you'll be asked to create your own site. So just give it either the name of your company or your personal name if it's your personal account, and then just hit publish. So I'll be using 5 credits, which is something that you need to know. So when you're using SwiftXR, you need to get credits, and I have some credits. So here we go. Publish 5 credits, compiling the files, transferring your files. So it's just going to take in less than a few minutes, just less than a minute. It's all done, as you can see. So creating augmented reality projects. Now we use this is for educational purposes. We have done created projects for a real estate agent where we had to create a 3D model of their house that they were trying to sell, and then just putting it out there for them gives your customers. Now I'm moving away from education. Now these are other use cases like Tosin mentioned. You could just use it for automobile in the automobile industry. You're trying to show a good demo of a particular project that you're working on. Just if using SwiftXR, you'll be able to move this out, and then people are able to see this in real time. So if you'll be doing this as a part of a website, for example, this in our website here, what we have here is this embedding the project. So in our website, we clicked on embed project, and then we created that project, as you can see right there. So we embedded it and it's live on there. However, for you to test now, I'll click on QR code. So right here, wherever you are at this moment, if you do scan this QR code, you'll be able to view what we have just worked on together in your space. So just go ahead, click on it, and tell me what's feedback you have. I know definitely you're going to see the hearts that we have just created. So just click on it and then open it on your mobile phone. Zoom in, zoom out, check it out, and then you'll be able to view it in real life. Now, this is what we are trying to do with SwiftXR at Leap Reality Studios on our projects Edosphere AR. We are trying to take education from textbook to real time, so students have what they see, because we know that students are visual learners and they like to learn on the go. So having items like this really helps. All right, so I'll leave this on here for the next 2 minutes. Just check it out, share your feedback, and then we'll see how it is. Hi, Tosin, just to be clear, you can see this as well. Oh, I can hear you.
Sorry about that. I said, yeah, I can see it as well. That's pretty cool. I learned a thing or two about the art, even though I didn't pay so much attention back in high school. But yeah, that's pretty cool, and hopefully we can
Okay.
get feedback as well. Go on.
Okay, so this is your QR code, which I'll close. However, to embed in the project, I'll click on embed your project. Now, this is all you have to do to embed it into your website. So the embed button gives you the opportunity to take your project that you have created on SwiftXR and just paste it on your website, which is remarkable if you ask me. So it's loading up your 3D model, and all you have to do is just hit copy. Project embed code is copied. Now, with your project embed code copied, this is live on the SwiftXR cloud. If you, for example, you create a website, and then all you just need to do is to click on. Okay, so I'll try to, if I still have a little bit of time, I'll try to create something as quickly as possible and see how we can do this just quickly. So if you don't mind, just give me a second. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to pull up a website page where we can just test this as a demo. All right, so I've made a clone of our website at the moment. I'll just open it up and then just add it on there so I don't disrupt what the developers are working on at the moment. All right, so this is our page, and then this is our page. So I'll just be showing you how to embed what we have just done. So let me just create a copy. I'll clone this module here. I'll click on this, the rich text. So you have to click on rich text and then edit in the expanded view. So in your expanded view, please, if you can see this, all good. So I'll just delete what I have on here, and then I'll head to the SwiftXR editor, copy this, then on my page, paste. That is all you have to do. Oh, no, sorry. That's a bit of an error. So I'll just delete that. Now you have to go to more. No, not more. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. You have to go to inserts, then embed. You see the embed function. Now this is on HubSpot, and it's because I have used this. So this is your embed code. You paste it on here, and then as you can see, your SwiftXR model is loading up. So this is exactly what we have just done. And as you can see, it is live here on this website. Though we are out of SwiftXR, right? Really not out of SwiftXR. As you can see, it's on here. So all I just have to do is click on insert. And as you can see, you're able to view this in real time. So this is done. Just give me a second. Now that we have done this, all we just have to do is excuse me. Right. Okay, so we're back out, and as you can see, this is your lovely. This is what we have just built together on SwiftXR. You can see it is the exact same thing that we have here. This is how to embed your project. So, like I did mention, however, I will not be updating this as I do not want to break what the developers are working on. But this gives you a good example of what is being done using SwiftXR, and then just like that, once the site is published, you can update your site and then click on the link, just the same thing as we have here. It's going to be the same link uh, that we have here. So if you just click on that, I'll just update this. Then what you are going to get is the so whatever change you make here. Sorry, it's very important to mention this. If you make a change, for example, you make a change on SwiftXR, that change is going to be reflected on your website in real time. So that is also a very important tool that SwiftXR gives to me, and this is what my team enjoys at the moment. Just going to wait for this to load up. Then when I click on the QR code, you can just check it out again. Click on the QR code, and then it's going to be the same thing that is going to be loaded on your website. Even without putting it on your website, you can send it to your potential clients, you can send it to your students, you can send it to your learners, and then they'll be able to view all of this in real time. So with this, I hope I've been able to cover just how easy and effortless it is to use SwiftXR to create educational content, because this is the future of education, and the future of education is actually moving around with your education materials on the go. You're able to view it, close it, view it at any time, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, anywhere in the open field. As long as you have your device with you and your QR code with SwiftXR, you will be fine. And then your learners will get the best experience. Um, all right, so that will be it for what we have just done today. I really hope you enjoyed what we have done so far. So please follow Lip Reality Studios on LinkedIn. You can just follow us on LinkedIn, on X or Twitter is Lip Reality HQ. On Instagram is Lip Reality Studios. On Instagram, on LinkedIn is Lip Reality Studios as well. We'll be happy to. Like, we have a community where we have like minds, sharing opportunities, sharing interests, sharing uh, ideas as well. So that is also key for us. In April, we are having a boot camp coming up where we'll be teaching people how to use Unity. So if you have an interest in immersive experiences, AR, VR, whatever it is, so we'll be teaching you. Our bootcamp is we are creating that bootcamp to help you launch your career in the AR VR industry and also game development. So it's going to be an intensive bootcamp, and all of this information will be out on our social. So we look forward to having you here. I'd say thank you, Tosin. This has been a good experience. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ifeanyi. I believe that was a really, really insightful session. So really good to have you here once again, right? And
Okay.
thank you to everyone that's joined us as well. If you have any questions at all, please let us know in the chat if you have any questions at all, and we'll be happy to answer them, even beyond this session. And as it was mentioned earlier on, um, as it was mentioned earlier on, if you are interested in any of the programs offered by Leap Reality Studios, you can always reach out to them. We have the link to the website in the comments as well. Feel free to reach out. And yeah, if you're running into any issues with getting 3D content, AR or VR on your website, let us know at support at swiftxr.io, and we'll be happy to respond as soon as possible. Feel free to join our community on Discord as well. So if you go over to swiftxr.io/community, you will be able to join our community of other creators just like you. And with that said and done, we've come to the end of today's session. Thanks, Nasser. Good to have you here.
Thank you very
Says you're
much. Thank
doing
you.
amazing things. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Thank
So,
you.
do you have anything else just before we call it a day? If I
I would say um, if you are interested in game development, building more, taking these skills further, learning how to build more as well, because this is also very important for you. Feel free to reach out to us. We'll be there to answer your questions. Like I said, we also have a community where you can join us. So just on our website, on our social media handles, they are all there. And then We look forward to welcoming you to the community. And also, like Tosin said, join the SwiftXR community. You would learn a lot, definitely.
Okay, so we have a very interesting question here. I think I'll go ahead and just speak to this, Nasir. How can I start from a small place? I only have an iPhone 6s. So here's the interesting thing, especially when it comes to creating AR or VR experiences on the web, right? SwiftXR gives you the opportunity to do this from your mobile device. So all you have to do is go over to swiftxr.io and sign up, log in. Once you do that, you can easily access the SwiftXR editor directly from your mobile device, and then you can create augmented reality or virtual reality projects from there. So that is a good way to start. Thank you so much for asking that. Awesome. And with that said and done, thank you so much once again for joining us on this session. Really happy to have you. And thank you.
Thank you.
Have a lovely rest of your weekend, everyone. And bye for now.
Thank you. Bye for now.